Okay, hello there, I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to go over the utility called Tasksel, created by Debian, but it works on Ubuntu. And in my last video, at the tail end of that video, I demonstrated using Tasksel. So I've taken my VirtualBox that you've seen in the last video, and I used Tasksel to install most, not all, of the desktops. And I took the statistics from that. And I did run into a problem. We'll go over that. So let's go to my desktop here. Let's bring up the web page first. This is the Debian.org Tasksel. Tasksel package provides a simple interface for users who want to configure their system to perform a specific task. This program is used during the installation process, but users can also use Tasksel at any time. I'll make sure this link gets in the description below. Here you can list the tasks that are available. One right here, I want to run this. Let's see. Right here, I want to run this in one of them if I can come back to it or remember to come back to it, but I'm going to use Xfce in the place right here because it's already installed and I want to see everything that would be installed. So here's the community Ubuntu help page. I'll make sure these links get in the description, and this is also the web version of the man page. So let me go back to this. All right. Let me bring up my VirtualBox here to start with. Now, this was the base that we started off with. This was the KDE full that I installed in the last video. This is KDE that's been installed using Tasksel. This is the Gnome desktop. This is the Gnome flashback desktop, the Cinnamon desktop, and the Ubuntu server, Mate desktop, sorry. All right, and the next one here, it says KDE and Xfce, and the reason why, I'm going to demonstrate this. If we bring up my notes, make it a little more clear. When I installed Xfce using Tasksel, it would get to the login screen, and then when you would log in, it would say failed to log in. Let's see if I can find it right here. Failed to start session. And I made sure that LightDM was there and it was enabled, that there was no SDDM or GDM, no other light or display manager to interfere as far as I knew. And the only thing I can figure is it has to be something in the Xconfig, Xinit or something, I'm not sure. I tell you what I did for the workaround when we get to it. But here was the Plasma version that was installed with Tasksel, and it had 2119 packages. The closest one of those other ones that we installed through the command line was 2106. So in other words, the Tasksel Plasma version is going to most closely resemble the Kubuntu. And that was what I found anyway. All right, so when I brought up Xfce, I tried, well, let's start right here with the packages. This is the total amount of packages for Gnome desktop, Gnome flashback, Cinnamon, and I'll put these in the description below, and Mate 1638, which I believe, nope, flashback, Gnome flashback was the lowest as far as package count goes. Now, both of those you can, when you get into the login manager, you can select Wayland or X. All right. Now, just the task. Let's go ahead and bring this up. What I tried to do, or what I did do, was I thought, well, okay, there's a couple selections there on Tasksel. Let me do KDE as well as Xfce. When I did that, when I got to the login screen, let's start this up. I think this is the one. It might not be the one. Yeah, so right here is session. So this is clearly SDDM, and when I got right here, I just selected the Xfce session and it logged right in. I knew that that would work. So then my next step was to try Xfce and then uninstall LightDM. Actually, that's the one that gave me an option when I run Tasksel. Yep, right here. When I installed the KDE and the Xfce desktop going through Tasksel, I had an option window there to select what login manager I wanted to enable by default, and I selected SDDM, and that's what you saw a while ago. All right, so I knew I was on to something there, and this is it here. We'll start this up. Now this is saved from the point where I should reboot. Actually, I did this backwards. Let's get started here. I'm going to bring up. Yep, there we go. So this is a video where I run Tasksel on this system that we're going to look at right this second. So I booted into it. I run an update, an upgrade, and I installed Tasksel. Then I rebooted, and this is where you see it right here. I'm going to run sudo Tasksel, and I'm going to select just the Xfce desktop. And tab to OK. All right, so I didn't record all I did, but I cut it all out, so this is going to skip forward pretty quick toward the end here. It'll drop you off in a terminal as a terminal readout. There we go. So I'm going to Control L to clear the screen. And I'm going to save the config or save the state, machine state, and that's where we're at now. So let me, after it saves, let me close the video. There we go. Now I can close that out. Now here we are now. So this is what I had to do. Sudo All right, so you'll see LightDM, the service is loaded and it's enabled. But if I reboot right now, when I go to log in, it's going to say failed to message failed to start session. I'm going to keep saying log in, but that's not what happened. So here was what I had to do. So let's go sudo apt auto remove LightDM. I'm going to say yes. Auto remove goes in and cleans everything. I should have disabled the service first. May not mess me up. We'll find out. I'll run a systemctl check to find out if it's still there. All right, so it should be gone. Let me run that service. Not there. So sudo apt. Yep, we're going to install SDDM. Then we're going to enable the service. Okay, Control L, sudo systemctl enable SDDM. Okay, now I can reboot safely. And again, we have Xfce, screen fetch, and Htop installed on the base, so it'll still be here. There we go, Xfce session. Log in. So there we go, there's our desktop right there. using SDDM, not LightDM, which is going to be installed by default. I'm going to just get rid of this. No need keeping it. I've already got it. Well, let me just close that out first. So there we go. That's how you, if you want to install Xfce, in my opinion, this is what happened to me. I can't speak for what happens to anybody else, but on my machines, and I did try this same thing in Vert Manager and Boxes, and it had the same exact result. So I knew it wasn't VirtualBox that had something to do with it. It has to do with one of the Xinit files in the configuration of LightDM. I mean, it has to be. Anyway, after you install it, Xfce is going to give you 1,364 packages with 2 snaps with Firefox. It's going to give you only the X11 session with Pulse Audio, and you saw it run 460 megabytes on start. Oh, I forgot to run that. That's okay. I'll put it in the notes. All right. So that's going to do it for Tasksel. I'm going to leave these virtual boxes in place, desktops in place, for about another week now. So if you have a question about one of them and I can answer it, please make a comment down below and I'll get back to it as soon as I can. So peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on another video. Bye.